Stop letting people take advantage of you. This video is very important because I do get a lot of individuals, reaching out to me, and not even in the sense of this channel, just in general, telling me their situations, and it sucks. At the end of the day, no one's better than you, okay? Even if someone has more money or someone has more clout or whatever the situation is, we're all human, we all bleed, we all die, we all have to take shits, etc., okay? So the point is that no one else is better than you. You can become a better person and basically improve your life, but for someone to feel like they're just superior over you, no, that's a no-go. Anyways, guys, welcome back to another episode of All About Life. In today's segment, as you know, I'm going to be talking about the ways to tell if someone is taking advantage of you. So if you're being used, these are some signs that will indicate they are doing so. Okay, so for starters, with women, all right, so you men, when you handle women, if a woman is distant with you, okay, and she only responds every time you reach out to her or when she reaches out to you, but it just happens to always involve something for you to do for her, money, you already know that there's a problem there, okay? And I'm not saying if it's the first time that this person ends up hitting you up and saying, hey, I need a favor, whatever the case may be, okay? I'm saying if this becomes a consistent issue where the only time you are really in contact is when she needs something from you. Odds are she's using you, and you need to nip it in the bud immediately. And the best way to do that is when she asks you for a favor, decline. And again, I'm saying if this starts to become a reoccurring thing, if you feel like helping her the first time around or the second, whatever, that's on you. Everyone is different. Everyone handles themselves in their own way. But if you know that it's reoccurring, there's a good chance she's using you. And it's not just for women. It could be men as well. If a person, a friend, or any individual only hits you up when they need something, you gotta stop that. Now, some people will be more deceiving than others, and it'll be a little harder to tell. For example, if you're dealing with a person that has children, man or woman, and they always use their children as an excuse for why they don't hang out or why they don't reach out to you. Yes, children are a heavy responsibility and there are things that can pop up, okay? But there's 7 days a week, 24 hours in a day. So if a person only hits you up when they need you to do a favor for them, but they always use their children as an escape for why they can't do things in return, or why they can't spend time with you, or why they can't do whatever it is. Again, it's based on your relationship with that person. Odds are they're using you, and they can just have their children as the scapegoat to make you feel bad for even asking or even possibly questioning the way they're treating you. Because some people really like to play unfair, and when it comes to that type of stuff, again, individuals will use whatever means they have necessary in order to get what they want. And if they don't want you, but they want what you can do for them, they'll make sure that they make you feel as if that's not the case, even though it is clearly the case. So you just got to be careful with some of those factors. Now, when it comes to a relationship where you're reaching out to a person, okay, and let's say you need a favor. If this person brings up, let's say, something they have done for you in the past, they're always bringing up that thing. Anytime you interact and something does come up, they will always bring it up like, hey, I did this for you. And you could do a bunch of things for them. Let's say you do a favor for them, then next time they ask you for another favor, and you're like, wait a minute, what's going on? Like, okay, I'll do it, because they bring up the same thing they've done for you in the past. And for whatever reason, every single time that you interact with them and they need something from you, they're always going to bring up what they did. That is a sign of using, because what they're doing is that they did something for you and they're going to continually bring that one thing up or the few things up just to justify the reasoning as to why they keep asking for more. And they'll say, hey, I was there for you, or I did this when you needed it. And this could have been months ago, maybe even a year ago, and they keep bringing it up as it holds merit to the situation. So anyways, that's another way you can tell an individual is using you. Now, when a person does this, it comes in all shapes and forms, meaning that not all these things that I'm saying will occur in the way that I explained it. It could be at a school setting, it could be at home, it could be anywhere for that matter. You could be right now out in the street and you notice that there's a homeless person or a person that quote unquote seems homeless. And every time they see you, they ask you for money. That's using. They see your face, you've given them the first time around, now they see you again, and now it just becomes a repetitive offense. Every time they see you, in their mind they equate money, okay? So you have to be very careful because being giving, and that's another thing that I want to touch up on, when you are a very giving person, people will see that. They will see how you interact, especially if you're excited about giving. You know, I've had that in the past where I've dealt with women that I was interested in. And I would, you know, do a nice favor for them and I would be excited for it because I'm like, you know, I'm helping them out. I'm feeling good about myself for helping them out. But all of a sudden, it just becomes repeated. Like I had this one person a while back where this individual came to my house and, you know, we were having a good time. Me and her, we had a nice time. But she was asking me for things. Like she asked me for certain items. And at first I was like, oh, you could have it. You could take it. I'm good with that. But I noticed that she kept asking for more and more, you know, throughout that same night. And it just became a little weird. So I had to tell her, I had to check her and say no on certain things. But then my communication with her started to dwindle. Once she got home and everything was all good and dandy, I noticed that only when I reached out to her, we had conversation. She wouldn't reach out to me. So that was an issue that I was able to identify. But unfortunately, not all the times you can do so. So you might go very neg if you keep dealing with that person. The best way to really check an individual and see if they are using you, don't hit them up at all. Like, cut it off. See when and why they end up reaching out to you. If they end up reaching out to you to want to hang out, spend some time, talk, just enjoy, you know, a good conversation or whatever the case may be, that has nothing to do with their own self-gain, meaning that they're not asking you for something or for money or for whatever it can be, then there's a good chance that they're interested in you as a person, whether it's a friendship, a relationship, whatever it is. But notice if you don't reach out and they don't reach out to you, and if they do, it happens to be for something like, hey, can we do this? Or can you do this for me? Then you're gonna have to just cut the relationship off, you know? Easily let them know, hey, I can't do this for you. But, you know, it was cool talking with you, deuces. That's it. You know, whatever you want, just cut it off. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to be used. Because when you're being used, you're being viewed as a sucker, simply put. And they will continue to use you until you stop it. And this goes for any person out there that has any situation with anyone. It could be family. Like I said, people will continue to use you until you stop them. Always remember that, because some people will think, oh, you know, they're just asking me, you know, because they really need this. But it starts to become reoccurring. So every time they need something, they're always asking you. There's a problem. What are they doing for you? You always have to worry about self. Self is very important. What is that person doing for you that should warrant you to do something for them? Meaning, again, if a person is there for you, like I have a good friend, I have some good friends that we all keep doing stuff for one another, okay? So if I do a favor for them, later on they might do a favor for me and vice versa, and it just keeps bouncing off, on and off. So they're always there for you and you're always there for them. That's a good relationship because you're both accountable for one another, especially when it comes to things that may be important. But when you notice that it's only one-sided, again, drop it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment section below. Please give this video a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. And the last video I put out there, quite a few of you guys liked it, you know. Of course, this channel's small, so I'm not expecting thousands of views like my other channel. But, you know, it works and it helps when I see a lot of conversation going on, and just in general, people's opinions on these type of topics. If you have any topics you would like me to discuss in the future, comment it on the video so I can take a look at it, and I might just end up doing your topic. But anyways, guys, again, thank you for watching. If you have any other questions, personal questions, you can always reach me at generalstarfox1991@gmail.com. And as always, this channel is all about you.